Alright, let me pull up the video. Hold on, let me pull up the Steve video.
So, I get on the internet.
Listen to this audio quality.
Says he likes Louisiana rub chicken. So I was like, you know what? Being a tasty man, I'm going to show him my bona fide success rate, 100% tasty Louisiana rub chicken. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I want to show you guys how to make it. So what you do is you get this, get your chicken, right? Out the freezer.
God, the audio is so bad.
Chicken. Now, you got to make sure you got the skillet off.
Steve doesn't know how to use any technology, you have to remember.
Clean that bad boy out. We're going to come back. We're going to make the chicken. But what you got to do is,
Look at this guy, Steve.
sure that you season the chicken just right. And season the chicken just right. Especially for this Louisiana dry rub. You got to make sure you get the proper ingredients. Make sure everything's on the up and up. And what you do is, you see that right there? Bam. Yeah. Just mush that bad boy around. Because that's what you're going to do.
You see this guy, Steve? The argument here is that Tasty Steve says that Louisiana rub from Wingstop, or in general, rubs, are dirt chicken. This is what Tasty Steve is trying to argue, is that Louisiana rub is dirt chicken. And anybody who likes it, he just likes the taste of eating dirt. And we were on the way to Evo last year, 2 years ago, and Ricksta and I were arguing with Steve about it. And we were like, Steve, what do you mean? Louisiana rub is so good. Like, rubs are great. And he's like, nah, man, it's like dirt chicken, man. You can't be eating that. I was like, what? Steve, what are you talking about? I was like, you're crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Then Steve goes, man, why am I even arguing with you guys about this? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, how am I going to argue chicken with a European? He looked at me and he called me a European. And I promise you, stream, that I held it together. Okay? Because I knew when he said that that was what he had. This is what he had to resort to argue about chicken. That's how I knew. That's how I knew that I had the right call about it. He called me a European. He said, why would I argue about chicken with a European? And I said, I'm a European. He said, yeah, you don't know about good chicken? And I was like, you know, Steve, this is an argument that I don't want to get into. I have rounds to fire, but I don't want to fire them. You know what I mean? They're too dangerous. I can't say anything. I'm like, you know what, Steve? You got me. You got me. But anything I say is compromising and in poor taste. Yeah, he called me a European. I promise you guys it's true. I promise you guys it's true. Sajam bigot is Tasty Steve face. It's crazy. So that's what it is. So to this day, Tasty Steve defends that Louisiana rub is trash. And then he never streamed again. He never streamed again. Not a day in his life. Have I forgiven him? Yeah, I don't give a shit. You know what's funny is, like, I'll tell a story like that and be like, man, you and Steve must be mad at each other. Like, oh, man. Colonizer? Oh, man. I gotta tell you, after I watched... Colonizer's from, is that Black Panther, where everybody gets called a colonizer? That's right? I remember after watching that movie, I called people colonizers for like 3 days. It was so funny. That shit is so funny. Colonizer's really great.